everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Hazel and today I'm doing my 2020 bullet journal setup. In today's video I'm just going to make my yearly spreads. This is the very first time for me to have a bullet journal, so it's really exciting and I hope that you enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making it. This video is a little late because this took way more time than I thought it would, but I don't know, good things take time. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Here it is. So the very first thing that I do is write my name in the bullet journal. This way I'm also getting a hang of the whole hand lettering thing, which is still new to me. So the next page will be my key, and I really think that I'm going to need this page this year because, as I said, it's the first time for me bullet journaling and I don't really know all the icons yet. And for this page I thought instead of just writing key, I would draw a key. So I went on Pinterest and looked for old looking keys, and this is how it came out, and I'm really happy with it. So now we're going onto the cover page of 2020. I was really ambitious for my 2020 cover page, so I just did 2020 and then all around it is jungle-y plants. So I chose to draw plants because I wanted my 2020 setup to suit my journal. I wanted to have the same kind of color scheme, and my journal is green with gold, so I thought, what's green? Plants. So here we go. So I quite liked how it came out, but then I started coloring it in and it just became more and more ugly, I would say, but it's not that bad. It looks kind of good, but also it doesn't, you know what I mean? I had the feeling that the page was missing something, so I decided to color in the background and in that way sort of create an extra accent color as well for the rest of this setup. I chose pink because I think green and pink go well together. On the right page here is the year at a glance. I penciled in every first and last date of the months before going in with my fine liner as to not mess this very labor-intensive page up. And I highly recommend you doing this as well if you're doing a year at a glance. So next up is my cheat sheet, which I saw so many YouTubers do. So I thought I'd do it as well because I thought it would be very helpful. The page next to it is a quote page. The quote reads, "Every flower blooms in its own time." This quote was pretty meaningful to me because I'm quite the late bloomer myself. I also decided to draw these two roses on the page to go along with the quote as well, because I just thought it would be very pretty. So the same thing that happened on the cover page happened on this page as well. I started coloring everything in, and then I didn't like the look of the page as much anymore. So again, I made a little bit of a background color to kind of help the page along. And then I used my golden paint pen to make a border and dress up this page a little.
Getting dressed, and apparently it's 32 degrees out, so I'm putting on my cashmere sweater.
Next up is my future look. I divided the year into the 4 seasons. Of course, this isn't completely correct, but it's close enough in my opinion. So I made this page pretty simple because I didn't want to mess it up again with colors. I did these black borders with white letters in it because I saw a lot of other YouTubers do this and I really liked the look of it, so I wanted to try it out myself. I was struggling a little bit with the white gel pen because it didn't come up as white as I wanted to, so I used my paint pen. And in the next page it's just the same, just the other 6 months. The next 2 pages are dedicated to my goals for the year. This will be a big year for me because I am hoping to graduate from college in the summer and then start my career as well. And on top of that, I've got a lot of goals to better my life as well, so I thought I would use 2 pages for my goals. On these 2 pages, I'm hoping to make a nice collage of photos that I'm going to take this year. One of my goals this year, or I guess it's more of a resolution, I want to take more photos this year, and I'm going to pick out the nicest memories, the nicest photos, and make a little collage on this page. On the next 2 pages, I'm going to write down the accomplishments of this year. This can be really small things as well as big things. It's just a way to keep on top of my goals for the year. I'm going to make little doodles with all the accomplishments I made, so the page will be nice and filled up. I wanted to make a brain dump page for the year, and next to it I wrote a little quote. It says, "Be afraid and do it anyway." And this quote just really resonated with me. To spice up the page a little bit, I just pasted in a pink paper and I wrote over top of the paper. I glued it with just a glue stick, but it didn't, as you can see, it didn't stick on quite right. So I'll probably be buying something else to glue stuff in. I really like these next 2 pages and I really enjoyed making them as well. On these 2 pages I'm going to write which books I want to read and which movies I want to watch. I drew a bookcase that looks the same as my own, and I drew some books in there. I will write the titles of the books on there and color it in once I read the books, and on the page next to it I doodled TVs and other movie related things, and I will be using that page the same way. Here I did another quote page. The quote is, "You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great," and it relates to making YouTube videos. I've wanted to make YouTube videos for literally 10 years now, but I always thought I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't be good enough, things like that. And now I'm just starting. Next to the quote page, I'm making a growth tracker and a little section for video ideas. So we're nearing the end now. This year I want to get on top of my finances, so I'm going to write down my monthly bills and income on this page, so I can reference this page when I'm making my monthly budget. Next to it is my savings plan for the year. Initially I just had a little section on the finances page with my monthly saving goals, but then I saw, I believe it was Shada Campbell, drawing florals to color in once the sum of money was saved, and I really liked that idea, so I decided to do it as well. And then lastly, I dedicated 2 pages to my no buy or low buy year. I'm going to write down my rules and methods for the no spending on these 2 pages, as well as the stuff that I am allowed to buy and things I do when temptation inevitably is going to hit me. I am kind of a shopaholic and I'm just fed up with all the spending and having to make ends meet at the end of the month. So I wanted to better my life and try a low buy year this year. I also wrote down this quote, "If it costs your inner peace, it's too expensive," to really remind me why I'm doing this. And now for the final flip through. So those were all my spreads for the year. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like the video, and if you want to see more of my content, consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Happy New Year, and I hope you'll have a great 2020. Bye!